What's good, G-Life? It's your boy, MC Shadow, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and or subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. That is how you help my channel get into the algorithm. Highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. Don't forget to check out my second channel, Manage Society, M.O.D, where we talk about, everything and anything. Go make sure to subscribe to that channel. Now, what I wanted to talk about was actually a video that was sent to me earlier today, which was a video by Milk74. So shout out to Milk74. Where he was talking about Lefty Gunplay, and apparently Lefty Gunplay was on a podcast, and I guess Lefty Gunplay had said that he wouldn't let his daughter date a black individual, right? A black person. And I was reading the comments. I was going through the comments, right, just to get an over idea of people's opinion on this matter, right, and what kind of stuff I guess how people view the scenario, right, or the subject. And that's one of the things about the internet, right? That's, why I don't really like diving into drama and stuff like that, right? Because it's very irritating just, seeing some of the stuff that people be putting out there. It's crazy, bro. It's just like so many people are so ignorant and immature that it's not even funny, right? Because one thing that always happens online on the internet is that they grab one individual's point of view, right, and they attach his point of view to all the ethnicity. Like, just because one Mexican feels this way, that they say that they're all like that, or all of them behave like this, or all of them feel like this, or all of them, you know what I mean? And it's like, just because one individual sees things a certain way doesn't mean or doesn't give you the right to brand the whole entire ethnicity the same way, right? Or to try to say that his opinion, speaks in behalf of all of our opinions. You know what I mean? That is the most ignorant thing you can do out there, bro. One person's, opinion, point of view, way of being and living does not reflect on the whole entire ethnicity, right? Um, Now, Lefty Gunplay, he's entitled to raise his kids however he chooses, right? I personally, don't see nothing wrong with, like if my daughter dated a black person, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Why would I have a problem with that? It's another human, bro. It's just a skin color, nothing more, nothing less, bro. You know what I mean? And I was seeing other people put, well, I was even seeing brothers put that, that there's nothing wrong with what Lefty said because, they feel like, everybody should stick to their own ethnicity. Now, if they see it that way, they're entitled to view it that way, right? Personally, I feel like you just can't tell you just can't tell a person who they, could love or who they want to be with, bro. If whoever they want to be with is whoever they want to be with, bro. Once they're old enough to make that decision and they're, you know, wherever they want to, settle down and, pick, a person to be their partner for the rest of their life, that's on them, bro. You know what I mean? So you can't try to force or to control other people's lives for them, especially your child. That is the most, reckless thing you can do. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be supportive of your kid. You're supposed to have confidence that you raise your kid to make the right choices, right? So I don't see the problem of why, color has anything to do with it, right? And people were putting that he mentioned black, so it has nothing to do with the Hispanic thing, because if it was, why didn't he mention white or Asian or Indian or something like that, right? So going to show that he has a problem with blacks. Now I don't know that to be so. I don't know his background and his relationship with brothers or how he feels about them. You know what I mean? I'm just merely saying that it's reckless when people try to attach that his mindset into all the raza, right? Like saying that we all have a problem with brothers when that is stupid. You know what I mean? And people out there trying to peddle that message like, oh, see, this is how they feel about us, when it's ridiculous. Like, that's not true, right? Because I know I can't be the only one, so because that's not how it works, right? So I know there's others, and like I said, there's a lot of homies, there's a lot of black Southerners. I have made a video right here, pictures and everything, more than 500, bro. So people can't even say that homie see it some type of way, right? So how are you gonna be racist allowing so many individuals into your organization? Come on now. I mean, you could go argue with the fucking evidence, bro. The video's there. It's gotten like 30,000 views. So I know people seen it. And it's funny because nobody says nothing there. Because yeah, proof, bro. Bring proof, homie. If not, you know, all that, it's all it is, bro. Just tongue and mouth. When people try to say that individuals are like this, or they see us like this, or they're racist, or knock it off. Stop trying to peddle that agenda. And uh, other individuals, were timing in also, about saying that that's just the nature of California. And yes, like I said, there's been a rocky relationship, but it's all relating to the streets, gang banging, nothing to do with ethnicities. It's strictly, streets, assaults, clashes, rumbles, all of that due to gang business, not ethnicity. You know what I mean? So people don't know how to separate the two because they're not from the streets. So all they see is just black versus brown out there. When that's not what's happening. It's street beef, gang beef. That's what's happening. You know what I mean? And like I said, yes, is there racist individuals? Of course, on both sides. You know? That exists in every ethnicity. You know? So yes, you do have racist individuals. Now, I'm not saying that lefty's racist or nothing like that, right? But I'm just saying, like, there is racist individuals, on both sides. Um, but, I don't know if the reason for, his mindset on, who his, child should date and stuff like that, right? But I'm just, coming and saying that, people's way of seeing it is ridiculous when it comes to the whole, racial issue. I don't understand why people always have to try to make this a racial issue, And it's always the people that are, not out there, not even around in the area that try to stir up the nonsense, right? Because I was seeing some individual put, yeah, we're not down with blacks, we're down with whites. When we're incarcerated, we go at it against you guys. Like, you can tell by people putting that kind of shit, and people believe these individuals. Like, oh man, fuck you, fools, and it's like, bro, can't you tell that that person's clearly not from the streets? He's clearly just some guy, just trying to stir up shit. Because what kind of individual will put that shit? What kind of homie will come and be like, yeah, we align ourselves with the whites? Just by that line in itself, that individual doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's been watching way too much gangland and fake-ass documentaries online, bro. People need to stop believing these documentaries that were thrown out there, bro. Because there's a lot of false information on there, bro. A lot of lies being told and repeated. You know what I mean? But like I said, bro, don't make them true. People just, assuming or giving their, what they think, right, and trying to pass it off as facts. You have a lot of people on here that try to do that with homies in our program. They do the guessing game and try to pass it off as facts, like, oh, this is what's going on, and this is what's going on, this was happening with Swifty, or this was happening with Cheeto, I think this, I think that. And they always end up getting it wrong time and time and time and time and time again, because they don't have no connections with the homies. They ain't plugged in. They're just guessing and trying to pass it off like they have some inside source. No, they don't. That's why they're doing all this guessing shit. And people talking about, like race, like racial individuals. There's individuals out there that have said a lot of racial shit and, have done, all kinds of shit, and people still support them, right? You know what I mean? And I mean real racist shit. Not like, not like this individual's opinion, selecting politicking on here. But overall, not just because an individual views it some type of way and he's of a certain ethnicity doesn't mean he speaks in behalf of everybody. Because on here, remember this, people could only give you their opinions and, share their perspective, and they could only speak for themselves, nobody else. There's no spokesmen out here for anybody. So when somebody's speaking, they're only merely giving you their opinions, and they could only speak in behalf of themselves, nothing more. But overall, that's just my opinion. Shout out, we out.